Good morning, everyone. So I think we will wait for a few more people to join in, and we shall begin. Please do let me know in the comment section if you are able to hear me. Okay, namaste, sir. Namaste, Basavaraj, Dheeraj. Hi, sir. How are you? I'm good, Dheeraj. How are you doing? Hope you guys are doing great. Ravi Shankar. Okay, so now there's a lot of people. Dr. Syed Qasim. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್? ನಾನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸೈಯದ್ ಅವರೇ, ನೀವು ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಬಿ ಸೇಫ್. ಯಾ. ಲವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನೇಪಾಲ್, ಕೇಶವ್ ಆರ್ಯಲ್. ವಾವ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್. I I had an opportunity to perform in Kathmandu long back, but then for some reason it didn't happen. So I'm really hoping and looking forward to visit Nepal someday. Such a beautiful place. Yeah. Anyways, we are neighbors, so hope to see you guys there. Oh, okay. Wow, so many comments. So I'll. Pawan Kumar, hi boss. Hello. Namaste. Love from Odisha, Gitanjali. Hello, Gitanjali. Hello from Karnataka to you as well. Love from Telangana artist Yeshwant. Love the Joker artwork. Arun Nair is saying, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love from Tamil Nadu. Thairium. Okay. I do have a lot of fond memories of performing in Tamil Nadu. I have performed a lot of events happened in Chennai. Obviously, bigger events happen in these bigger cities. But then I have also performed in Pondicherry and many other places. Actually, a lot of places in Tamil Nadu. Hello from Bellary. Who is that? Social network is your username, but I remember, I think I did two events in Ballari. One was at the Jindal factory, but that was a closed event. But then the big public event that I did was many years ago. I think it was almost 7 to 8 years ago when power star Punit Rajkumar and Mahesh Babu were on stage, and it was for one of the movie of Punit Rajkumar's movie release. So I performed there. I remember doing Dr. Rajkumar and Telugu legend Mahesh Babu sir's dad's picture. So that was a great experience performing in Bellary. Elrigu namaskara. Love from Bangladesh. Big fan. Gaming. Okay. Thank you so much. Again, Bangladesh is one place where I had an opportunity to perform, but then somehow got missed out, and I really look forward to perform there sometime soon. So, guys, thank you so much for joining in. Well, I don't know how many guys of you noticed, but it's been a long time I went live on YouTube, especially. I think the last time I went live was almost 5 to 6 years ago when the subscribers count in my account went 1 lakh. Now it is, I think, around 3.5 lakh. I hope more and more people join the community and enjoy the artwork that we are sharing here. Thank you so much to some of you I know are following me for the last like 10 plus years. So thank you so much. Love from Mangalore, Ujire. Thank you so much. Namaskara, Inchavallaru. So guys, I'm from Ujire. So here's the guy who commented from Mangalore, Ujire. So that's my hometown. I was, I spent a lot of time. I grew up in this small little town called Ujire, which is like 60 kilometers away from Mangalore. So those of you have visited would know. Beautiful place and great education institutions actually in and around Mangalore. So I was quite fortunate to have studied there. But I never studied painting, academically. Whatever I do is all trial and error way of method that I have applied to learn art. I'm still learning, and I think the learning has to go on for lifetime. There's a lot of things to learn. In fact, I have been doing a lot of oil paintings this day, learning every time you paint, right? You realize, okay, this can be done in a certain, a different way. So let the learning continue, guys. Love from Madhubani. Okay, love from Bengal. Well, I Antara Mana. Okay, Bengal. I have again, very fond memories of performing out there. In fact, I was invited to perform in Kolkata just a month ago, but I didn't travel. So, guys, most of you who have been following me would know that I travel a lot to perform at various events, and I used to fly around quite often. But then, ever since this the COVID pandemic started, right, from the last 2020 March onwards, I have not taken even a single flight. Right, so even I think few months ago, I had an opportunity to perform in Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata. In fact, yesterday somebody invited me to perform in United States of America, but then I really wanted to go, but then I thought, it's quite riskier, isn't it? Now the situation is really bad, especially here in India. The second wave is like really, going really fast. I mean, the pandemic, it's spreading quite fast. So stay safe, everyone. Wear mask, maintain distance, and cool. So if you guys have any questions specific to art or my journey in the world of art, please feel free to ask. Let's have a quick chat. Okay, so somebody's a dream breaker. What advice would you give to a person who wants to start oil painting at 24 years of age but didn't choose art as a career? Well, you know what, even I started doing oil painting not when I was 24-year-old. I think I started when I was like 28 years old, 28 or 29. So till then I had not done oil painting at all. Well, there are multiple reasons, like when I was a kid, of course I do not come from a financially, like rich and stable family. So of course we had problems economically. So what is the cheapest material that you can get, guys? Like a piece of paper, a pencil, crayons, or watercolor, right? Watercolor is probably, and acrylic is like the cheapest colors that is available. Oil painting is obviously expensive. You need to buy those expensive paints, the brushes, and then the canvas. Everything costs a lot. So naturally I started off doing watercolor and all those stuff, but then just few years ago, when I could afford to buy all this stuff, is when I started doing oil painting. But once I started, let me tell you, oil painting is such an amazing medium. I think you will fall in love with it. Just the opportunity, the time that it will give you, because it dries really slow. This is a acrylic painting. Acrylic painting will not give you the time, right? Because it dries within few minutes, and you will have no time to, let's say you have two layers. Let's say you have this white paint, and then there is this red paint, right? In case if you want to merge those two layers, you will have like just couple of minutes to do that, right? Whereas in oil painting, you can even come back to the canvas after one day and still be able to get that effect. So it's amazing. And please do start working on oil paintings. I'm sure you will love it. Yeah. ಗೈಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಕೊರೋನಾ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಿಸಲು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಜನತೆಗೆ ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್. ಪವನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್, ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಪವನ್ ಅವರೇ, ಖಂಡಿತ. ಬಟ್ ನಾನೇನ್ ಹೇಳೋದಂದ್ರೆ, ನೋಡಿ, ಕೊರೋನಾ 1 ವರ್ಷ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಶುರು ಆಗಿ, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೂ ಮನವಿನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟಿವಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ಟಿವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ದಿನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಇನ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಟೆಲಿವಿಷನ್ ಚಾನೆಲ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್, ಓಕೆ, ದ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ I have few people that I know who actually told me just last month that there is no corona at all and it is all media hype, etc., etc. But then that's not right. I mean, look at the number of people. And I'll just give you one example. Okay, I live here in an apartment, a community here, where we have 125 something like that apartments, right? I mean, blocks, families living, 125 families in my apartment, right, in Bangalore. So during the first wave of corona, there was 0 cases inside our apartment complex. And this time there are already, I think, 14 cases, 14 cases within a month's time. So just understand the way it is spreading fast, especially during this second wave of this pandemic. So please stay safe, guys. I will surely try and create something, also to bring more awareness, if that helps, if people listen to me. Besides painting, what will you like most? Okay, Malina Paul. Oh, there is actually a lot of things. When I was a kid, cricket was like my passion. I really, Sachin Tendulkar was playing at that point of time, and I really wanted to be a cricketer. To an extent where, let's say, if India was to play against Australia in Australia, because of the timing, that in India the telecast actually starts around 4 o'clock in the morning. So I would actually wake up at 4 o'clock and watch the match. I have done that for literally any and every match or test cricket happens. Each and every ball I used to, watch, and I used to play actually cricket really well. I was a good shuttle badminton player as well. And okay, if there is one thing right now, if you ask me, apart from being an artist, what else you want to become? I would really want to become a musician. I really I envy people who sing really well, who play musical instruments, and I do sing. My close friends and family know that I sing in closed gatherings, actually, not in public forums. But I do sing well, guys. पेंटिंग लाइन पे बेस्ट होने के लिए कैसे और क्या प्रैक्टिस करते हैं? अरे, practice is required in every field, guys. I mean, people tell me that, okay, you are god gifted. Yes, I am god gifted, because I started painting and sketching when I was like just 3-year old. So obviously it has to be a god gift. It has to be like I had that aptitude for painting. But then what I have realized is, if I do not practice for, let's say, 1 month or 1.5 2 months, and then I try to do something on the canvas, I'm not the same guy. I mean, the skill level is definitely not the same. The skill level actually reduces. There's a famous saying, I really love this. You guys, I think, have to keep this in mind, whatever field that you are in, that learning is like rowing upstream, right? It's like rowing upstream. The river is coming against you, and you're actually going against it. So what happens when you stop? The moment you stop, you don't stay there, you actually go backwards, right? And learning is like that. And I really believe that doesn't matter if you're talented, god gifted, whatever that is, that's fine. But unless and otherwise you practice and put in those hours every day, it's of no use. You have to practice a lot. So I think I'm also doing that, and I believe that I have to probably invest more time and effort to tune my skill further, guys. Do you like singing? Yes, please sing a few lines. Oh, okay. I'm totally and totally not prepared, guys. But I think still, because you have asked, let me sing couple of lines. One of my, I have a lot of favorite singers, like from SP Balasubramaniam sir, Kumar Shanuji, Sonu Nigam, Kishore Kumar. I think I like these 90s and songs before that. Of course, I do love the songs that are being uh, that are coming up recently, but I think there's no comparison to 90s or before that. So which one should I sing? Okay, Kumar Shanu. Okay, सांसों की जरूरत है कैसे. Let's see. This is quite a surprise, guys, and yeah, but yeah, I will try. सांसों की जरूरत है कैसे, सांसों की जरूरत है जैसे, जिंदगी के लिए बस एक सनम चाहिए, आशिकी के लिए. All right. Thank you. Do let me know how you guys liked my singing. Was it like so bad that I had to like not attempt it in future, or should I actually practice and record a nice song and probably upload in my Insta or somewhere, like a small bit? Do let me know, guys, whether you. Oh, okay. Somebody said, wow, wow. So you liked it. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love music because when I perform on stage, right? Music is such an integral part of my live painting, right? Just imagine me painting so fast, like with all those dance moves without any music. How boring it would look, right? So music is so very important, and that's probably one of the reason why I really love why painting is not a subject in schools. They make specific class of drawing without any perfect guidance. Well, that's how it is, guys. I mean, the education system, I think it is better if we not comment on it, because how many things like that you learn in school or college is actually being applied in real life situation. Well, I was a rank holder for Mangalore University. I was a seventh rank holder in BA, and then I did Master of Social Work from Mysore University. Again, I got second rank. But then, if I look back, how many things that I learned academically are actually being used in my day-to-day life? Well, it's really negligible. I would say 95% of the learning that we do, like the bookish knowledge, is of no use. Probably the Master of Social Work, where I had some real life experiences, because we had to visit so many, let's say, NGOs and have a lot of interaction with the society. I think that really would have helped me, but not the very bookish knowledge, not at all, guys. So I hope that the way Western countries have grown over the years, where they have accepted art, sports, and many other creative fields as a professional, you can take that up easily as a professional opportunity. But here in India, I think we still have a long way to go. People, in fact, when I was like, I want to become a speed painter, right? Not many people knew that. Okay, even I didn't knew, like, what are the possibilities of being a full-time artist. And I know, so because we always think traditionally in terms of, okay, you need a government job, you need those safe and stable jobs. Well, we are in we have actually, the world has moved really ahead, and it's time we catch up on that, guys. Okay, I want to gift my brother a painting of him. Do you paint on a paid promotion? Of course I do. I mean, that's what I do. And especially during this pandemic, when I'm not traveling, I'm sitting at home and doing a lot of artworks. People have been commissioning a lot of artwork. So if you are interested, you can message me. I mean, send me a direct message on either Facebook or Instagram, or you can go to my website and there is a contact section, and send me a message and let me know what you really want to have, and then I will send you a quote, and if that works out, we will surely do that, right? Do you use linseed oil to thin out paint? Thanks a million for the advice. I truly appreciate, and also you are an amazing singer. You are my inspirational master. Thank you so much. That is Dream Breaker. Wow, what a name. So do you use linseed oil to thin out the paint? Okay, so I was using linseed oil. Traditionally, right, for oil paint, you use linseed oil and also a little bit of turpentine. It is being mixed in 50-50 average, and then you use that to paint and all that stuff. But then one thing with the oil painting that of course many people would dislike is the fact that it is really toxic. In fact, I was doing some oil painting. I just changed the canvas, and I will show you what I use to mix the color. This is the one. This is for oil painting that I use, guys. Of course, this is not an advertisement, but still, because you asked, I'm showing this. This is liquin. So you can Google and see what is liquin, right? It is Liquin. So liquin is actually a substitute, as a oil color medium, right? So you can actually mix oil paint directly with this and paint. And this is not, I mean, doesn't have that strong smell, so this is okay. When you're sitting in a closed paint room and painting, this is still okay. So you can try this out and let me know how you like it. I'm sure you will really love it. One more thing about liquid is the fact that it will make oil paint dry a little bit more faster. Of course, it won't dry as fast as a acrylic paint, but then it will dry slightly faster than if you were to use just linseed oil. Okay. Sir, are you belonging to Banjara community? Chandra Veer Singh is asking. No, not really. Okay, so I'll tell you guys, there's a lot of confusion because my second name is Nayak, and I also did an event for Banjara community in Bangalore a couple of years ago. So I'm not from Banjara community. There are a lot of people who message me from Orissa, especially asking, "Are you Oriya?" and all that, because I think you guys have like a Nayak surname in Orissa also. But let me tell you, I'm basically from Mangalore district. Okay, this is in Mangalore, Karnataka, and Nayak is my second name, and I speak Konkani. So this I'm from a Konkani speaking community, guys. Okay, so one day I want to meet you and touch your magical fingers. Okay, thank you, Malina Paul, once again. Sure. I mean, once the market opens up, I do travel a lot. So let me know where you guys are, and if there is any public event happening in your city, I usually update that on especially Instagram stories and my Facebook page stories. So please do follow me on Instagram and keep a tab on my travels once it starts. And of course, we can meet up in your city whenever I travel there, right? Yeah. So I have done a speed painting once live and recorded a couple of speed paintings and uploaded on my YouTube channel. Is there any scope for upcoming speed painters? Is there any scope? Of course, yes. I mean, look, talking about this scope, I mean, each and every field has a scope, right? It is, of course, the only thing is you have to be the best in that field, right? And you have to put in a lot of efforts. Let me tell you, when I started off, like for many years, I have done shows just for the sake of, getting that experience or gaining that exposure and all that stuff without even getting paid 1 rupee for those performances, right? So remember that nothing comes easy, and you have to do a lot of hard work and a lot of sacrifice, especially at the initial phase of your career. And once you have that visibility, people start recognizing you or your work, then of course you can start charging what is really deserved, right? Great. So what type of paint are used for stage performance and for speed painting? Okay, so for stage performances and speed painting, I use only and only acrylic colors, and these are not fancy colors or imported from anywhere, guys. These are the colors very much available in India, right? So many people ask me, so what materials and all that? Okay, do not think, okay, we use all the fancy materials. And of course, I mean, for my oil paintings, I do sometimes buy those expensive oil painting tubes from out of the country. But then for acrylic painting, especially for speed painting, whatever is available here is good enough. And just make sure that when you're doing speed painting, the paint shouldn't be too thick or too thin. What will happen if it is too thick is that you will not get that speed, and if it is too thin and if there is a lot of water in it, then it will just flow down, right? So it has to be a nice balance between those two. So if you guys actually have, of course, I see a lot of people have questions, and I will try to answer as much as I can. But I also wanted to take this opportunity to let you guys know that I'm doing a specially curated course called Brush Hour. And this is going to be starting on the 27th of this month. It will be an online course. So there you will get to watch 12 hours of recorded content from the very recent workshop that I did online. So you will get to watch 12 hours of recorded content where I'm going to teach everything that I know about art, right from the basics of sketching, pencil sketching, acrylic paint, painting on black canvas. How is it different from painting on a white color canvas? And I will also teach you about how you can move from transform yourself from being a fine artist to a live art performer. So the last 6 chapters of the entire course actually specifically talks about speed painting, and it will also have the entire these 12 chapters will have almost, I think, 4 to 5 live demonstrations where I'm painting, and I'm actually explaining why I'm doing certain things. So if you are interested, what I'll do is, I after this live session, in the comment section, in the description, in fact, that I will give you a link, and you can check out if you're interested. The last date to subscribe, enroll for the course is on the 24th. So we have just another 5 to 6 days to go, guys. And we have another 18 more seats remaining. That's it, because I want this to be a very small and closed group, so that once you have a look at these recorded contents on a face by face manner, we will also have 4 live interaction. So you will also be on a video call, and all this entire closed group, we will get on a call and we will discuss. I will also have a look at the artworks that you guys create, and if I can, I will share some of my advice, and we will grow together. So do check out the description later after this live thing is over, and I will give you a link. So if you are interested, please do join. Right? Speed painting के लिए कौन से tools use करते हो? Okay, so Vrishal is asking. Well, it is quite difficult to. Okay, let me do it very quickly. So you see this black color canvas. Black color canvas is available in some of the big stores. Right? In Bangalore, I buy it from Bhaskar Art Center. I'm sure all the bigger cities have this black color canvas. If not, you can also prepare black color canvas. I have, in this course, actually what I'm going to do, I have actually explained in detail about the materials that I use. And basically it is a canvas and acrylic paint. There is no like sophisticated or magical tools, guys. The magic lies in your skill, right? Sir, why are you always painting black color canvas? Innocent Ty- Tyrium. How do I pronounce your name, man? Okay, so it's not true that I always use black color canvas. I do use lot of I do a lot of painting on white color canvas. Okay. When I perform on stage, live art, yes, 99% of the time it is black color canvas, because I don't know, somehow I have gotten used to it, and it is actually slightly easier for me to create a painting in less amount of time. But when I'm doing, let's say, a watercolor painting or a oil painting sitting at home, I use a white color canvas. इंस्टाग्राम पे मैं बहुत से एसएमएस डाले, रिप्लाई नहीं दिए. अरे, so sorry. I mean, I please do understand, I get a lot of messages, and sometimes for a few days I'm not always on social media. I mean, like, let's say you want to concentrate on the work that you're doing, let's say whether it is painting or on spending time with your family. You can't be on social media all the time, right? But I do try to reply to as much message as possible. I'm so sorry I missed your message, but I'm glad you came here and I answered your question. Okay, thank you. Which brush you use to acrylic painting? Okay, so guys, especially speed painting, I use a lot of flat brushes, because you need to complete the painting in less than a few minutes of time. Something like this, right? So these are all basic brushes, guys. I mean, available all over India in all the market. As I said, nothing fancier, right? Okay, earlier, if you watch my videos of maybe 8 to 9 years ago, when I started off doing speed painting, I was using big brushes, yes, but then round brushes, right? So over the years, like probably this happened maybe 5 years ago, is when I started using flat brushes more, and I just fell in love. And there is, I think, a great amount of like flexibility and variety of stroke that you can do using a flat brush. Let's say you are using let's say a round brush, right? So with round brush, there it can only give you like a certain kind of texture or the brush stroke, right? It can only give you this much space, and whereas in flat brush I can also do a what do you call, maybe I will show you, right? Maybe what I'll do is I'll just show you guys. The benefit of using a big flat brush is that I can do a broad stroke. See, I can do a very broad stroke, right? Or I can use the same brush to do a very finer line as well, right? All I have to do is I have to just twist and just do this and look at the effect, right? And probably this kind of flexibility and variety is possible only using a flat brush. So I don't know. Recently, I have been using flat brush a lot. I really love it. I really love it. And even when I'm doing fine artworks at home, I use flat brushes a lot. Yeah. So you guys can try that. Okay. How do you deal with your hater like me? Oh, you are a hater. Well, I don't even. I don't think I have a lot of haters, guys. And I don't really care. I mean, see, I mean, whatever work you do, I mean, depending on your state of mind, I think people react to you, especially on social media. But then that's fine. I mean, I know that I'm doing my job and I'm not harming anyone. As long as I'm keeping it to myself and doing my job to the best of my ability, why should I care about what people have to say, right? And I think it should be the same with you guys, right? Do your work and be happy, right? Sir, do you like pencil sketching or painting? Well, I like both. Now, these days I've been doing painting more than sketching, but then sketching is like that's the basics, right? I think you would have seen some of my sketching works recently that I have uploaded, and yeah, and I think sketching, once in a while you have to do it, and the more you do it, actually, the better because it is the basics. I mean, in any field, what inspires me is some people like Rahul Dravid or Sachin Tendulkar, even after achieving so much, they still were doing a lot of, let's say, net practice. Look at some of these sports legendary personalities, right? They do a lot of practice each and every day. And for us artists, now that is pencil sketching, right? And we should never stop that, right? Okay, so I think, guys, what I'll do is I haven't really uh, plan this out, but I will do a quick painting for you guys. When I say quick, it will not be like a speed painting on stage. Maybe let me try and do this painting taking 10 to 15 minutes of time and talking to you, and you guys can see the process that I use. So this is actually Doomslayer, one of these gaming uh, uh, character. So I did this recently, and you can check this out even in my YouTube channel. Uh, I have put the entire process of creating this artwork like a time lapse. So I had actually left this part of the canvas blank, because my idea obviously is to cut this and I can frame this separately and this can be a separate thing altogether. But then now looking at this blank portion, I think, and a lot of artists are here in this chat, a lot of people who are interested in knowing about art. So let me do something, right? If you guys are interested, let me know. Should I do something, guys? Do let me know. And if you guys are interested to stay back for some time, we will have a chat, and I know I'll try and create something for you guys in the next few minutes of time. ನಮ್ಮ ಆಸೆ ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಭಾರತ ರತ್ನ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಭಾಜನರಾಗಬೇಕು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಬಸವರಾಜ್ ಅವರೇ. Okay, yes. Okay, a lot of people are saying yes. So cool. So stay back, guys. I know it is Sunday. Let's do something together. So what I'll do, I will have to, right? I will have to. Okay, so let me do something which will be like complementary to what I have done here already, right? I don't know how this is going to um, pan out, but then I'll try my best, right, guys? Okay, so Okay, so this is fairly a simple painting. Don't expect any, let's say, an upside down painting or anything of that sort. But I'm just taking you through, my process of creating a, painting. Otherwise, when I'm at home, this is how I do it, guys. This is exactly the place, in fact, where I sit every day and create some artworks, right? So, what is it? Can you guys already see it? Okay. So again, for this painting, I'm using acrylic color. I'm using those acrylic tubes, right, that we get in the market, something like this. So what you saw here is, what I have done is I have used the darkest tone of the skin here. Of course, I can go back to the canvas and change it later, but then to start off with, I have done these lines where I feel that those are the darkest area of this particular face. Right now, what I will do is I'm going to, of course, there is no hard and fast rule that this is how you have to do, but then this is one of the way that I approach a painting, right? And here you have me. Can you see this layer is slightly more lighter, isn't it? This is slightly more lighter than the previous one. So what I have done is, for the mixture, I have just added little more of the golden yellow and little more white. So the moment I do that, it gives me a very slightly lighter tone. This, honestly, this is a very unplanned painting, guys. So I seriously don't know how this is going to go. Can you see the face now? Yeah, there is an eye and an eyebrow and a forehead, right? um, you know I'm just thinking very spontaneously if I can do something to kind of bring this together. Though that is not my intention. Ultimately, I'm going to cut this half, but then at least for the live session, let's do it. Okay, so if I want to give a very even more lighter shade, I'm going to add a little bit more of white and golden yellow again. Yeah, I just did that, and now you can see obviously there is even more what do you call, lighter tone. So we already have guys, what we call this as values, right? A color is different and a value is different. A value is how dark or a light a color is. So we already did three values here, right? We started off with the darkest value, then we moved on to the medium tone value, and then we moved on to the very lighter value. I'm just using one brush as of now, guys. I just used this small brush. What is the number? I don't even know the number because this has been used so many times. There is paint all over. Just one flat brush I used to do this entire piece. So let's add some hair, and I can probably use slightly bigger brush because the hair is gonna be like taking a lot more space here. And so let me use slightly bigger brush. Okay, as I talk to you, I'm just doing the color mix as well, guys. So please bear with me. So I'm just giving the highlight. Okay, so you guys now know that, okay, this is probably a girl, right? Looking at the hair. Yeah. So yes, this is what I'm visualizing is actually a girl. And yeah. So, if imagine if the light is falling from here, right? And though the hair is black, still when the light falls on it, it will give you different shades of color, isn't it? So those are some of the things that we have to keep in mind when we are painting, because what is important is what is not the color of, let's say, skin, right? Now, if imagine if there is a red color light falling from here on my skin, now some part of the skin will also turn slightly red, and if there is a blue color light falling from the other side, this will turn slightly blue. So it is also very important. The light plays a very crucial role in all the paintings. In fact, what we see in the world right now is actually nothing but the play of light, isn't it? If you look at it that way, I think you will be far more better artist. Yeah. So let's say here the light is falling from this side, and I'm again giving some more shade and something here. Okay. What I can do is, probably I can do a start off and do some background color, and for that I can still use even more bigger brush, the one which I showed you right in the beginning. Remember, guys, that it always makes your painting look more uh, beautiful, and there will be a lot of variety if you use different size of brushes in a single painting, rather than, let's say, completing the entire painting using one brush. Of course, that is possible. I'm not saying that is not possible. That is quite possible. But if you use variety of strokes, if you really want it, then of course you want variety of brush sizes in each painting, because what happens, the way a bigger brush strokes appear won't be the same as a smaller brush strokes, the impression that it gives, right? Prishali is commenting, Kannada, आपके कलर बॉक्स आप दिखा सकते हो क्या? अभी मार्केट में एक्रिलिक कलर बहुत से है. I mean, I don't want to, promote any brand here, but let me tell you, these are the very basic and popular brands that are available in India. You know the name, guys. So please start off with the basics, because only once you are gaining confidence and you think, okay, you can do better artworks, is when you can go for the next level color. Let me tell you, to practice, to gain skill, the uh, how much you're paying for the color and all that doesn't really matter. I have seen artists creating amazing artworks just with one charcoal piece or one pencil. That's it. That's all they need, because they have the skill, right? So stop worrying too much about paints or which brand especially and all that. I'm telling you seriously, stop worrying about it. Concentrate more on buying the stuff that is available in the market here in India, and do what you can uh, with the best of your ability. Let me tell you, this painting was not done using some fancy colors or brands. The very basic colors which are available in Indian market, guys. So please, okay. So cool. I will give some background color out here, right? What do I do? Which color? Okay, so we have red color here. So maybe I think I'm just thinking maybe it can move towards more of uh, purple color as it moves towards this side. Let me see if that is possible. Yeah. one more thing I feel like sharing with you guys is the fact that there are two ways of doing an artwork, right? One, we take a lot of time and like concentrate and do the artwork, and there's one more way where we do it more spontaneously. The way I did these brushstrokes now was quite fast, isn't it? I have often seen that when we do something very spontaneously and with those broad brushstrokes, and it looks really, really cool. I think that is one of the reason why a speed painting performance looks really good, because no matter how many times you perform, on stage, it really happens like a spontaneous thing, and and it has, I think, its own charm. Now look at the way this some of these colors, it's as if it just happens, right? You're not deliberately planning that, okay, this is how it has to. Of course, subconsciously you have in your mind that, okay, this is how I want the entire painting to look like. But then, yeah, I think we have to let the paint, the spontaneity, do its magic. Let me add some red tone out here. Okay, so this was totally unplanned, guys, as I told you. But then, here I'm just attempting to connect these two paintings. I mean, as I said, sometimes what happens spontaneously looks good. I think, yeah, this is going in the right direction. So what we have done here is that, can you guys see that? Okay, there is a girl. I mean, the face is already quite clear now. What I can do is, of course, I can go on and add a lot more details. For that, obviously, I'll have to use smaller brushes. That's how you approach a painting. When you start off, you start with blocking the bigger shapes, bigger spaces, and then as you progress, you go and do the detail of the artwork. Of course, this is not the hard and fast rule, guys, but this is how I approach a painting, right? So, Hindi bolo, sir, please. My Hindi is not that great, guys. I mean, you know, just for the benefit of everyone, I'm using English, and I hope you guys, and more than the language that I'm using, I think it is what you guys see. I mean, I have actually understood that I when I look at some of the legendary artists, just by looking at them painting, you can learn a lot of things. So that's what I'm aiming to do here, is just sharing my technique, my way of painting with all of you. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let me know how you guys liking it. Okay, while I paint on stage, I got nervous by seeing the people all looking at me. How can I overcome it? Oh, so that's a very good question. Who is asking this? Rupam Bhattacharya. That's a very good question. Let me tell you, I was a very, very, very introvert guy, which means when I was in college, which means I will never ever I will go on stage and talk to anyone, or I could not even face like 5 to 10 people. So how did I transform myself from being an introvert guy to somebody now who can perform in front of lakhs of people, sometimes live on television, right? When it is live on television, like few lakh people would be watching at a time, right? So this is all here. I mean, just as they say, dar ke aage jeet hai, right? I mean, just go ahead and do it couple of times. No worries, you may screw up. I mean, the painting may go bad. I mean, people may not like it, you may not like it. That's fine. Give it a try a couple of times, and after 5 to 10 performances, you will realize that this is not bad. I mean, you start getting the confidence that you can do it, right? That's the same thing happened with me. The more and more I started doing something that I'm really fearful about, I could overcome that fear. Okay, so do it. And of course, the challenge will always be there, that people are watching you, you're painting, and it's not an easy thing. I mean, nothing comes easy in life, but give it a try. I'm sure you will like it, right? So I think we have to quickly finish this painting. So what else we can do? What do you guys think this painting is telling you now? Is there anything that this painting tells you as of now? Right? I'm trying to, I mean, I just thought about an idea and I'm trying to, bring that out here in the canvas now. So what I'll do is I will have to add some more thing. Mm, I think now this will become more clear to you guys once I do this. Okay, so there you go. What is it? This is not a. Of course, this is going like a round, like a looking more like a globe. So I just added some black here, to give the feeling of as if, let's say, imagine this as a ball or a globe or whatever it is. Let's say, imagine the light is falling from here, a warm light. And how does it look, right? This part of this globe will be lit, and the other part will not catch more light. So that's what I just attempted to do it here. Now we will convert this into something that none of us like, right? And what is that? Let's see. Can somebody tell me what is this? Oh, Niranjan has already commented that's a coronavirus. You got it pretty fast, Niranjan. Well done. Okay. So I think I'll have to move on to a slightly even smaller brush because this requires some more detail, right? So and I'm going to use slightly more lighter color so that I give those shades. So just to add the variety of warm and cool color, right? I hope you guys know the difference, those who are studying art or doing art, right? So you have the warm colors out here and the cooler colors on the other side. That gives more vibrancy and life to any painting. Let me add more and more lighter tone out here to bring out the painting, right? Even more. we all hate this, isn't it, guys? So yeah, so here's one more. So this is gonna be, I'm going to just use a black color, and that's it. Not going to spend more time on this. I mean, of course, I mean, if it is, I want to do like a fine artwork taking a lot of time, I can. Whoops. So sorry about that, guys. I think the power just went off. So I'll stop painting for now, and I will continue to answer your queries. The power will resume. However, thankfully, the internet service is not disturbed. So okay, so how you start your journey of speed painting? Well, the first ever speed painting I did was way back in 2003, right? I think 2003, when I was in college. So it's almost 18 years. Wow, even I didn't realize that. So for the last 18 years I'm actually doing speed painting, guys, right? So sir, please say my name, please. Oh, how do I pronounce your name, man? That's such a tough name. That can you speak Malayalam? DJ Shekhar. No, Shekhar. I mean, I can't speak Malayalam, but I have visited Kerala so many times. What a beautiful, beautiful place, right? I really love it. I mean, so beautiful, and the culture. But I have done a lot of times as a speed painting. I have done Kathakali. So yeah, you should. If you haven't tried check that, you should go and check that out. Sir, how many hours you paint daily, initially and now? Okay, so that's a very good question. Let me tell you, I honestly don't paint almost every day. I mean, let's say sometimes I'm traveling, or sometimes I'm like, sometimes you may not even have the mood to create a painting, and that's okay. In fact, for few days, I don't create a painting at all, and then, all of a sudden, I'm like, no, I really want to paint, and I think it's good to give that break sometimes, so that you actually recharge yourself, and then you get back on the canvas with more enthusiasm and vigor. So yeah, I don't paint, not really every day. I do give a break sometimes. Among the painting you have drawn, which is tough for you, sir? Okay, I mean, there are a lot of paintings that I've done which are like quite tough, and especially as a speed painting, if you ask me, I remember almost 8 years ago I did a painting of Aishwarya Rai, and she was actually present there. This event happened in Delhi, and I found that painting to be like really, really tough, as a speed painting to do. You have got international recognition. Very proud of you. Thank you. How do you keep your continued effort on painting? I'm not full-time artist, but like painting. Okay. Thank you, Ganesh. Thank you. Well, yes, I mean, I have got all that recognition, but then, okay, the power is back. Great. Yes. So, the way I look at it is, of course, coming from a small uh, town, I have had this opportunity to travel all over the world and perform and get all that recognition, which is good. But then I look at it more from a perspective of, how good my painting is, whether I'm progressing as an artist or not. I mean, that's more important, isn't it, guys? Of course, recognition is important, but what will make you a better artist in future is not your previous recognitions. I mean, I do have a lot of trophies in this room here. I can't show you, but there are a lot of trophies, medals, and everything that I've got. But then that will only give me encouragement, but that is not going to make me a better artist in future. What is going to make me a better artist is how many hours I will put in here, and um, what changes creativity that I bring onto the canvas. Okay, so let's get back to the canvas and try to finish this off quickly. So what we were doing is, we were drawing, like one more corona out here. There are way too many right now, isn't it, guys? So I think I will have to do just symbolically. This is just symbolically, of course. Okay, so I think this is enough for now. That we have done uh, few. Let me add some texture. Okay, cool. So let me draw her eyes, right? So, so I'm going to use a little bit of white, black, and a little bit of like a purple color to start off with, just to. So I'm using the same brush, guys, but I'm just quickly changing the colors, right? I'm just cleaning the brush with water and then quickly moving on to the next color. But predominantly, I've been using the same brush as of now to do the eyes. Okay, so let me do some eyebrows. Okay, this is like my favorite part of the. Sir, why do you draw the eyes at last? Well, not really deliberately. When I'm doing it like a fine artwork at home, I may not do it at the last, but especially when I'm performing on stage, right? I make sure that I keep some of my wow factors towards the end of the painting, so that I end the painting with a like a wow. So it's almost like you're giving life to a painting. So I'm going to quickly finish this off, guys. No, we have taken a lot of time, and there's quite a lot of flower electricity fluctuation also. But thankfully, the internet services, I made sure that we don't get disconnected. Right. So this is my favorite part of any painting, is to put this dot. Right. I don't know if you guys can see that clearly, but I know I really love doing that. That just one dot, at times gives so much life to a painting. So, I mean, if required, we can still go on making her eyes little bit more brighter. So I'm using a white color once again, just to add not the entire space, but just a little bit of white. So okay, so this is cool, good enough. What we can do is, to add more depth to the painting, I can work on her hair a little bit more, and give an impression of as if it's falling on her face, like let's say somewhere here, right? So I'm using a small brush And yep, that's it. Okay, guys. So let me know in the comment section how you guys like it, and I'm going to quickly wrap this up. So I think somebody asked me. Sorry, I forgot your name. Somebody asked me right in the beginning of this live interaction with all of you that, so can you do something that talks about or brings more awareness about uh, corona, and how we can stay as much, as far away from it as possible. So here is the message, guys. Okay, so here's the message. So you got the message. Well, once again, thanks to the power supply here in Bangalore, this has not happened for so long, but it had to happen when we go live, right? Okay, so love from Uttarakhand, Sahil. Thank you, Sahil. Thank you so much. I remember visiting Uttarakhand few years ago. Oh my God, what a beautiful, beautiful state. I mean, you guys are so lucky, man. So close to the Himalayas and all the pure nature all around you. I love it. I remember visiting a lot of places. In fact, from Shimla to Manali to I went all the way to Kashmir, Leh, Ladakh. Beautiful experiences. I really would love to visit that part of our country sometime soon. Right. So let's finish this off before the power goes off again. This has become so unpredictable, guys. I mean, okay. So okay, guys. So I think let me just stop here. One of the things that as an artist, I'm sure if you're a painter, uh, is that you tend to go on and on and on and on and paint, right? We don't know where to stop. We just want to make it better and better and better. So we tend to just go on. But this is a live session. I have to remind myself that all of you guys are watching, so let me just stop here. So initially we started off with just the Doomslayer painting that I had done few like weeks ago, and I had uploaded this video. But then somebody asked me right in the beginning of this live chat that, so can you do something that throws light about creating awareness about the COVID crisis that we are having right now. So this is my visualization, guys. Now let's look at this. Forget that this is a gaming character or Doomslayer, or look at it as a game itself, right? Where the coronavirus, the latest, the mutant, double mutant, the virus, what we are talking about, is literally attacking us just like that, right? It is ready to hunt. And what we can do as responsible citizens is wear mask, maintain the distance. That will give us enough opportunity, or that will increase our chances of staying away from this virus. So that's the message for you guys. Stay safe and wear mask. And I have actually not been traveling for the last 1 year, and I did lose a lot of big shows in the last couple of months. But then that's okay. That's okay. The opportunities will come in the future. That's okay if I lost some money uh, in the last few months because I didn't want to travel because of this corona crisis and all that. But that's okay, right? I mean, I think if we go through this phase and come victorious, and if we just survive this phase, right, and there is enough opportunity in the world going forward where we can showcase all our creativity. So I'm just using this time to create some work sitting at home, and I loved interacting with all of you guys. Again, I want to remind that um, I'm coming up with this brush hour course, and this is starting on the 27th of April. This is going to be an online painting tutorial, and the last day to enroll yourself is on the 24th. So which means we just have another 5 to 6 days to go before you have an opportunity to enroll yourself. There's going to be a very closed group, and another 18 more seats available. That's it, just 18 seats available. So hurry up. What I'll do is I'll give the link in the description box after this live chat. You can also check out my Facebook or Instagram profile, where I have already shared details of that. So if you are interested to learn more about my way of painting, where I'm going to teach right from sketching, acrylic painting, to uh, more insights on how you can transform yourself as a fine artist, from a fine artist to a on-stage performer. So I'm going to do quite a few speed painting demo for you guys as well. So hope to see you guys there. Thank you so much. I'll just take a couple of more questions, and we'll wrap this up. Can you tell us about reference for artists on how to create an artwork without reference and not getting into copyright infringement? Again, thank you so much for answering, and your arts are spectacular. Okay, thank you. So see, the copyright infringement, of course, will come if you start doing merchandise out of some of these well-known, like for example this one, right? This I'm sure will have a copyright, because creative agency that created this gaming platform will surely have a copyright on this. I created this only as a, I'm not going to sell this, right? So I'm not creating a business out of this. So as long as you're doing that, that's fine, just to learn from the references and all that. But yeah, as an artist, if you are serious about making a career out of art, then it is better to stay away from all these copyright infringement, and start coming up with your own idea, guys. Okay. um Draw, learn, understand. So guys, please let me know how you enjoyed today's session, and I would love to hear from you, right? And then we will close this. And do let me know if you guys want me to come back at least often, at least once in few days or a month, and create an artwork taking, like, let's say 1 hour of time. And if you guys enjoy watching me paint, yeah, do let me know in the comment section, right? So once again, just to give you a clear view of the picture, so that's what it is, right? So hope you guys got the message. Hope you guys love the artwork. And once again, thank you so much, guys. And I hope to see you guys once again. And we'll hopefully do this YouTube live sessions more often. Before I go, I would like to remind you guys that please do subscribe this channel and keep a close watch as I keep uploading a lot of artworks going forward. And thank you. Stay safe and see you guys. Bye bye.